Very small.
Okay.
I've just started kind of posting a little bit on Instagram.
Cool.
Nowhere near enough by the sounds of it. Once a week maybe. Facebook a little bit, and I've set up a house profile that's got basically a gallery of my back work.
Yep. So when we think about, and this comes back to what I was talking about before with the evolution of the internet. Everyone wants to be everywhere, and that's relevant in some places. Especially if you're a personality or a personal brand, you kind of got to be everywhere.
Yeah.
But doing things properly is just as important. Something like Instagram, one, it's probably important to have it and to be a destination so that people can see it. If you were running a cafe, I'd say it's essential.
Yeah.
For me, when a friend says you've got to go to this cafe, I don't Google it.
Yeah.
I Instagram it because I want to see what the food looks like,
Yeah.
right? So it's not necessarily about them posting regularly. It's about them having a really nice mix of what they serve and how I see that. So for you to have a destination that has a really nice mix of the different places you've done and what that looks like, because people know it's a visual medium, they really just want to see all the sexy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they want to kind of give it to me, give me a portfolio in a package. Something like Facebook is more leveraged around the advertising from a business point of view, and when they hit like page or when they go into the page, what they want to see then is that you're contributing to that particular area that you serve, I guess. And I think probably isolating or zooming in and saying I sell to builders.
Yeah.
That's really all I sell to. They're the people who pay my invoices. Therefore, my Facebook page is a service to builders so that they like my page, they follow it, and I can advertise to them. Because as soon as you start to get metrics on that, you can start doing things like a Facebook lookalike audience.
Yeah.
And you can say, everyone who looks like these people,
Yeah.
I advertise to as well. And that can start to blow out. You
Yeah.
can start to grab people you otherwise wouldn't be able to segment
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
I think that that can provide value as well. By understanding where the attention is and sort of gaming the system, reverse engineering that attention to your benefit, you position yourself in the marketplace. And by giving away and kind of giving value, not giving your secrets, you're not giving where your value is, you're just giving value.
Yeah.
You're giving things to them that help them understand that you know the process, you probably know it better than them. And if you don't know it better than them, you know it the same as them, which means they can trust that you can do it to the caliber they would need it done. Which means that by the time they go, oh, you know what, why don't we just keep her around for that overflow work? You know, maybe we'll buy 20 hours a month of her time, you know, get a retainer or something like that with some great.
And I've decided my A-design concepts of Melbourne is a little bit too posh and it's not going to suit the market.
It's not going to suit the market.
So I've gone onto social media as Anita Sweeney. And I'm just pushing that.
Personal brand.
Personal branding.
And
I had a lot of people advise me against that, and then I went, hang on a second, you've got Neil Whittaker, Shayna Blaze, who are all the big ticket people in the industry, and they went, oh yeah, actually, I don't know any of their business names.
And I think that's a really important point. There's this idea of what they call micro-industry celebrity, right? I've never heard of those people before in my life, but you know them because they're a name.
You don't watch the blog.
Right. I don't. But you know what I mean? Like they are a celebrity within a micro industry. They're looking at specifically new home builders and specifically.
To be fair, you have to be one of the only people that built a house without watching the blog.
It's true. No, I watch Grand Designs.
So that's the other one.
However, if it's hi, I'm so and so and I do this, I'm just on site working on X, Y, and Z. Check out the new tiles they're doing in their bathroom. I can't wait to see how these come up. All of a sudden they're like, oh wow. That's interesting.
Actually, you've got me thinking now, because I recently had a meeting with a builder at his house, and then he ducked back to site, and I was left finishing a cup of coffee with his wife, and just chatting away to her, and she said, oh, hope you don't mind me saying I listened in a bit to the way you were talking to my husband, and I loved the way you got exactly what you needed out of him, without offending him or being rude, or she said, I really dealt with him well, because he's a difficult man sometimes.
Oh wow. Yeah, there you go.
That was good.
That's awesome.
And I know that in the industry, I get a lot of people kind of cutting me down. Initially, I worked with a builder I'd never worked with recently. And he was like, yeah, whatever, love, whatever.
Yep.
And by the end of the job, he was like, oh, Anita, can you come and talk me through this? And I was like, yeah, you've gained my respect. You thought I was just a pretty interior designer.
Which I think comes back to, you know, skin in the game, how long you've been in the industry. You've been in this long enough to know that you need a thick skin when you first come in as well.
Yeah.
Because you got the goods, right? You'll come through with it. Like, you know, like anyone who's good at a particular craft.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they say about you at the start, because you're good at your job. You're going to get in there and you're going to do a good job, and they're all going to end up leaning on you at the end. And I think that's where the confidence in your content needs to be, is don't worry about putting out a bunch of pieces of content that people might find a bit drab.
Yeah.
Because there's value in it that other people don't have. Absolutely. No, it's funny though, because the reason I watch brand designs is because I don't watch TV anymore. And I mean, that's a conversation I have with the top end of town at the moment, is why are you putting ads on TV? I don't even watch TV anymore. I watch Netflix. Absolutely. Absolutely. And everyone goes, oh, you know, but we can get in sport. You go, yeah, but the highest uplift in users on Twitter is during sport ad breaks. So the ad comes on for sport and everyone does this. Yeah. They go to the other screen. So how are you second screening to help people? Yeah, cool, maybe spike ads during sport or something like that on mobile. Then you might get some traction, but it's not on the telly. Yeah. Who cares about what's on the telly? So this is it's the same thing in this space, definitely. So the reason I bring up the micro industry celebrity is because there's a huge opportunity in there for you to go think about the entirety of builders in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne. How do you become known to them? I mean, it could be that eventually you end up working as, it goes from design to project management, then project management goes to advisory, and advisory goes to coaching. You end up with, you know, something where you're helping builders all over the eastern suburbs of Melbourne do better business. It could be that. It could be simply that you get into that space and you scale that space. And you start, like you said, you start bringing people in underneath it, maybe hire people or subcontract or whatever, but grow it, and that becomes nothing stopping it still being an Anita Sweeney at all. That's the personal brand. And I think that's why some of the more successful, it's not the only reason some of the more successful law firms or whatever end up being ones that are like so-and-so and co. Yeah. Because the personal brand has to be tied with the corporate brand. Eventually, when you're big enough and it's just a name, and you know, I work so and so and I work for KPMG. Great, cool. You're going to leverage, and that's where I talk about platform as well. At the end of the day, for that person, being KPMG is a platform that he uses to grow his personal brand. But while you've got nothing, use yourself as your personal brand, and use that to build not only a brand position but also a personality. But people can go, Anita Sweeney.
Well, that's why I thought that personality thing could work for me, because 100%. Then even if I do start a business name, it's by Anita Sweeney. So it's almost launching straight off that success.
Adriana Zumbo kind of thing. It's the same thing, right? So I would be doing that. And certainly from a brand identity point of view, you're going to get a lot more traction early and spend a whole lot less money getting your personal brand out there, because then it's like, well, do I need a logo? No, probably not. I probably just need my name. Maybe we can dress it up a little bit, but that's fine. That's probably all we need to do. And then your name, nice font, looks good, your photo front and center, everyone knows what they're buying, they know what you sell, they understand your position in the marketplace. Then you can mature from there. But that's a nice clean way to kind of start and grow out from there.
That's good to know. Start the right way.
Yeah, you have, absolutely. Awesome.